So let's begin, seated tall and straight. Close the eyes, bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. All that we need is already within. Let's begin with a sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine becoming one with all beings. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we acquire a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Let's come to standing. Okay. So let's bring our hands to the heart center. Close the eyes. We'll start with the mantra for purification 3 times in order to purify the space, the ground, and all the psychic channels within. If you know the chant, by all means chant along with me. If not, just think about the effects of purification, and you derive all the benefits anyways. 3 times, each time try to do it in a single breath. Om pavitraha pavitra va sawa vashtanga topi va yaha smarit pandrikaksham sabahya bhyantraha saji. Om pavitraha pavitra va sawa vashtanga topi va yaha smarit pandrikaksham sabahya bhyantraha saji. Om pavitraha pavitra va sawa vashtanga topi va yaha smarit pandrikaksham sabahya bhyantraha saji. Release the arms down, and let's start by charging the body up with the earth's energy. Stand with your feet about 10 inches apart and bring the arms up high. Inhale from the soles of feet right up to the fingertips. Watch the breath and the energy moving up through the body. Holding the attention and the breath at the fingertips. Exhale all the way back down throughout the body, down to the earth again. Inhale, feel the earth's energy rising up through the body. Use your imagination to feel yourself being charged up. Now hold the attention at the fingertips, hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down again. Last time, inhale. Bring the energy right up through the body. Holding it at the fingertips, suspend the breath. Exhale, feel yourself engulfed in the earth's charge. And then bring the arms down, and we'll continue with the exercises. We'll start to roll the head in circles, shoulders down away from the ears. Watch the body moving by itself. And then change the direction, rotation. Try to make the ears touch the shoulders. The chin to come right down onto the chest and the back of the head, touching the top of the back. Good. And from here, start to circle the right arm forward. And then go backwards. Forward again. And then backwards. And then the left arm forward. And then backwards. Making large circles to loosen up the joints. Forward again. And then backwards. And then release. Take hold of the opposite elbows over the head. Squeeze the ears with the elbows and then go from side to side. And then release the arms. Next one is called breath of joy. So some of you know this. 3 inhales on the first movement. Exhale down through the mouth. Do it with a sense of exuberance to make it live up to the name. Breath of joy. Let's go. Last one. Just stay hanging down. Allow the head to just hang. And then roll your way back up. Good. Now start to move from side to side, twisting the body. Allow the shoulders to move the body. Allow the arms to hit the body any which way. And then just go faster and faster until you're going as fast as you can. Head flying in all directions. And then start to slow it down, feeling the arms getting heavy. And release. Good. Take your arms out to the side, and we're going to swing the right leg back and forth, trying to hit the knee to the shoulder. Can you hang on to something if you're having trouble balancing? Good. And the other leg. And release. Shake out the wrists. Move the fingers very, very rapidly. And then up and down. Make your fingers look like the wings of a hummingbird, going so fast you can't even see them move. And then release. Now bring your arms over the head, turn the palms up. Lift up off the heels. And back down, lift the toes. Rock back, inhale, rock forward. And back. And up. And down. And up and down. Last time, lift up, stay up this time. Push into the roots of your toes. Feel like you're trying to push the ceiling right off the walls. Lower the heels down. and release. Good. So now let's come to the top of the mat, Surya Namaskara. A few different variations here. Bring the hands to the heart, close the eyes, and just come to the intention of offering up the practice, all the fruits of the practice going out to all beings everywhere. So let's move together like a school of fish to stay in the collective intention, to stay in the collective mind. Reach the arms up over the head, stretch the front of the body. Come down, fold the body down onto the legs. Right foot back into lunge. Lower the knee, drop the seat, looking up. Come into high plank. Bring the knees down, the seat all the way back behind the heels. Then smoothly glide forward. Brush the nose to ground as you come forward into cobra. Lift the head, bring it all the way back. Then come all the way back, your seat behind the heels again. Come forward again. Pull with the arms to bring your body forward and through with more ease and power. All the way back one last time. Come forward smoothly into your cobra. Adho Mukha Savasana. Right foot steps forward to the hands. Feet together. Chest on the thighs, head down. Come all the way up. Hasta Uttanasana. And return home. Reach up and back. Move with control. Come down. Left foot back. Into the plank. And down. Knees down. Seat all the way back behind the heels again. Smoothly come forward. Bhujangasana. Come all the way back. Link the movements together seamlessly, like you're doing a dance. Come forward. All the way back once again. Glide between the arms. Adho Mukha Savasana. Melt the heart between the shoulder blades. Left foot steps forward to the hands. Good. Uttanasana. Bow to the legs as though in humbleness. Come all the way up. Pranamasana. Reach up again. Don't worry about the breath. Just move in a way that keeps the breathing steady and even. Right foot back. And then the breath will deliver ease of movement and fluidity. Ashtanga Namaskara. Then glide forward into the cobra. Adho Mukha Savasana. Right foot steps forward to the hands. All the movements done with deliberateness and mindfulness and reverence. Pull down Uttanasana. All the way up. Pranamasana. And again. Go down. Lose yourself in the sensations. Left foot back. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your own body. So make the experience as beneficial and beautiful as possible. Bhujangasana. Adho Mukha Savasana. Left foot steps. Feet together. Bow down again. Come all the way up. Return home. Adding on. Reach up and back. Go down. Bend the knees, chest on your thighs, join the hands behind the back. Extend the head forward, dive down, Uttanasana, hands over the head. Then release the hands, right foot back, lower the knee down. Kapiyasana, reach the arms up and back. Pull the body up out of the hips. And then place the hands down. Bend the toes under on the right foot, swing the left leg all the way up, one-legged dog. Reach up. Beautiful. Come forward into your plank. Keep your leg high as you lower your chest between the hands. And then the toes come down gracefully right into upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Savasana. Immediately bring the right leg all the way up. And step the foot between the hands. Back knee down. Kapiyasana again. Reach the arms up. Make like a crescent moon shape with your body. Bring the hands back down. Back foot comes in to meet the front foot. Bend the knees, join the chest to the thighs. Extend back with the hands and then pull them over the head. Uttanasana, dive down. Release, come all the way up. Pranamasana. Again, reach up, go down. Every movement reflecting mindfulness, reverence, devotion. Join the hands, extend through the crown and pull it right down towards the ground. Uttanasana. Release the hands, left foot back. Lower the knee down. Raise your arms over the head. Kapyasana. And then bring the hands down, plant them down. Bend the toes under on the left foot. Swing the right leg all the way up and back. One-legged dog. Come forward into the plank. Keep your leg raised as you lower the chest down between the hands. Then the toes come down. Right into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Left foot comes up smoothly and step the foot between the hands. Back knee down. Raise your arms over the head. Crescent moon. And bring the hands back down. Step the feet back together. Chest on the thighs. Join the hands. Reach to the crown and dive down. Come all the way up. And bring it back home. And another variation. Reach the arms up over the head. Stretch back. Fold the body down onto the legs. Now press into the hands. Come up 3 times if you like. So if you don't want to come up, you can just lift your heels, rock back and forth between your toes and your heels. Otherwise, press into your ground and then see if you can lift your seat up. Landing lightly. Push into the ground. Gaze right into the core of the earth. 4th time, extend the legs, bend the elbows back into chaturanga. Beautiful, boys. Good. Back into upward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. You can bend the toes under and just pulse. Just try to bring your hips further forward between your hands. Push your chest forward and the head back. Then bend the toes under, back into downward facing dog. Again, pulse here. Bounce through the chest. Try to get your chest lower to the ground. You can even tap your top of the head down onto the ground if you have the reach. Then lift the heels, bend the knees. Come up 3 times again if you like, or you can just come forward like this, shoulders over the fingertips. So this kind of movement, if you feel comfortable, join your chest to your thighs and come up lightly. The 4th time, land your feet at the hands, gracefully. Beautiful. Pull the body down onto the legs again. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. One more time. Watch the body moving by itself. Offer everything up, don't worry about the results. Just do your best. Hands down here, Uttanasana. Again, come up 3 times or do your modifications. Imagine you're pushing right into the hands of Mother Earth. Push firmly into the ground, hug the arms to the body, extend the legs, back into chaturanga. Beautiful landing into upward facing dog. Stay here for a moment to open up the chest. Feel like a dog howling at the moon. Visualize it in your mind and realize it with your body. And push back into downward facing dog. Stretch your back like a dog stretches its back. Exhibit the loyalty of the dog to its master. Again, lift the heels, bend the knees, come up 3 times, or just sway back and forth. And then land your feet at the hands a 4th time. Beautiful, Padre Miro, good. Pull the body down onto the legs. Come all the way up. Bring the hands back to the heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go of all expectations, all attachments to the results. Just keep doing the practice as though it were your divine duty to all beings. Shiva Namaskara. Raise your arms up over the head. Stretch the whole front of the body. Come down, Uttanasana. Any variation you like. You can bend your knees if you need to in order to keep your chest with your thighs. You can hold opposite elbows and pull them down the backs of the legs. You might be able to get your legs perfectly straight. Even if you can't, don't worry about it. Just keep your chest with your thighs. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Good. Coming into chaturanga, you can come into handstand if you like, if you feel like you want to do that, and then into chaturanga, or you can come right into chaturanga, whichever way you like. Walk or hop back. All good, good. Into upward facing dog. Keep thinking all throughout the practice. I am you, you are me. I am that I am. Try to connect with each form, life form that you're representing. Adho Mukha Savasana. Breathe in, pull the seats back. Breathe out, soften the line in the back. Melt the heart in every sense of the word. And then the left foot steps forward to the hands, back knee down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink down to the seat. Push the hands into the seat, pull down, and lift the body up out of the hips. Allow the head to go back. And then you can bring your arms up. Kapiyasana, hands in Kali Mudra. That mudra that embodies fierceness and fearlessness. Try to get the index fingers over the back toe. Imagine it. Beautiful. Now coming into swan, bring the right foot up. Other modifications, if you like, you can just hold the foot and then bring your left arm up if you're not quite there. Or if you can, you try to press the foot into the inner, into the crook of the right arm. Left arm comes around the side of the head. If your foot is close to the shoulder, your hands will more easily take the bind. Then push the foot into the arm. Lengthen your arms. Think of a swan's neck. Try to make the graceful lines. No sharp angles formed by the elbows. Good. Now you might be able to come to king, the king posture here. So if you want, you can slip your left elbow in front of your face. See if you can take hold of the toes from above, and just slip your right shoulder underneath, and then the foot might already be close to the head. If so, you can just plop your foot down onto the head. All different options, just go according to your condition. So use your imagination of the figure to find beautiful forms. That's it. Good, Patricia, nice. Okay. And then from here, break the pose. Bring the foot back down, turn hips and shoulders forward, lift, foot moves out to the left a little bit more. Rock back and forth, push off the toes, trying to lower your body down, your hips down for lizard. And push back through the right heel, lower the knee down, flatten out the toes. You can either stay on your hands, make like you're doing a cobra here, just try to sink your hips. If you're able to, if your shoulder's above the level of the knee, you can rock to the right, bring the right forearm down, rock to the left, maybe the left forearm comes down. And if you're quite flexible, you can try to bring your chest right down to the ground. Keep the knee close to the shoulder. If you know other variations here, go ahead. Some of you might be able to take the bind. Left arm comes around the outside, and then underneath the knee, over the back. The right hand comes over the back as well, and you join the hands. Now be like a lizard, sunning itself on the warm earth. Now bring the hands, come back onto the hands here. From here, push into your hands, back into one-legged dog. Lift the left leg up. Good. Now come forward, quite forcefully. Shoulders are over the fingertips. Bend the elbows. Bring your chin and your chest down between your hands. Your chin a little bit forward of your hands. And then from here, you can lower the right knee down. Scooch the knee in. And keep your left leg up like this. Or if you have the power, press into your hands. Right up into Bandha Garudasana. Push off the roots of the toes and bring the right leg up. Good. Beautiful. And back down into Chaturanga, through into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Right foot forward, back knee down. Lift the chest. Bring the hands on the seat. Use the hands again to pull the tail down and under and lift the chest up. Feel as though you're folding your back in half at the spine. No folds across the back at the lower back. Tapiyasana. Bring your hands up. Keep your arms close to the ears so that your elbows don't bend. Think of a crescent moon shape. There's no kinks in that line, no discontinuities. Good. Beautiful, Alfonsina. Lovely. Nice, Marisol. And then you can come upright for swan. Bring the back foot up. You can hold the foot. That's where you're at. Or if you can slip your foot in the crook of the arm, bring the fingertips close to the ears so when your right hand comes around, it finds the hand more easily. And then lengthen your arms if you can. Look forward. You want to again try to come into the king version. You slip your elbow to the in front of your to the right left a little bit, and just slip your left shoulder out from underneath, and then your foot might land right on your head. Good, beautiful. Break the pose. Nice. So move your right foot out to the right a little bit more. Bend the toes under, again, creeping back and forth. All the movements done with mindfulness, with thoughtfulness. As you prepare to become one with the lizard. Push back through that left heel, lower the knee down. And then here, just sink your hips right down. Pull the chest forward and up, like you're doing a cobra. If you're more flexible, come onto your forearms, one at a time, maybe even just the left forearm down. Eventually, maybe the whole chest will come down, your right foot, shoulder on the right foot. Oh, lovely, Eugenia, beautiful. Keep telescoping the chest forward. Nice, Sanya. And if you want to take other variations, if you know them, go ahead. That's it, Patricia, good. Good, drop the right side of the seat a little bit, Miro. And then you'll be able to get a little bit, yeah, good. Beautiful. Getting ready to come back onto the hands. Bend the toes under on the left foot and swing the right leg all the way up into one-legged dog. Good. Now come forward as far as you can, shoulders over the fingertips. Land your chest between your wrists. Your chin is a little bit like in front of the hands. Bring the left knee down and scooch the knee in a little bit more. Press the toes into the mat. And here, if you lift your left knee up, push into your hands and the toes, you might be able to bring the right leg up. Bandha Garudasana. That's it. Awesome. Good. And then come back into chaturanga and through into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, let go of all struggles, whether it be in the mental, physical, or emotional plane. Liberate yourself from all that. Then the left foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Raise your arms above the head, warrior 1, come into the warrior consciousness. Strong, devoted, powerful. Coming into warrior 3, bring your hands behind the back, push off the left foot, raise your right leg up. So you can stay here with your hands behind your back, you can bring them forward if you like. Make your body straight and true as an arrow, same as your intentions of offering. If you want to go deeper into toppling tree, join your hands behind the back, lower your body down. The body comes towards your left thigh, but then pick your chest up. Curve your body a little bit more. Release the hands, drop the left fingertips down to the ground in front of the left foot. Turn to the right for Ardha Chandrasana. Open up the chest to the right. You may stay here or bend the knee, take hold of the foot. And see if you can push the foot away from the seat. Bring the right shoulder back further. Option to stay here, wherever you are, or come into dancer. Bend into your left knee a little bit, float up. Take half breath in to come into dancer. And if you know other variations of the pose, go ahead. You can take the full dancer if you know that one, or whatever you like to do. And just try to embody the poise and the gracefulness of a dancer. Back into warrior 2. Beautiful. Nice, Eugenie. So sink down a little bit lower. The test that Dharma likes to do, if you sweep your back hand down to the ground, your fingertips might touch the ground. That's about the right height you want to be. Then turn forward, Parivita Parshvakonasana. Right arm comes up, elbow to the outside of the thigh. Join your hands in prayer position, Anjali Mudra. If you want to take a bind, go ahead. If you need to drop the back knee down to the ground, all good. Now lengthen your line from the back heel right up to the crown. Inhale, extend, exhale, turn your chest all the way up. Feels as though you're almost lying on your back. Your left shoulder moves all the way back until it's the same height as the other one. Beautiful, Sanya. Right. Now from here, looking forward, option, pull the left hip up, right foot moves in a little bit, revolved Ardha Chandrasana. So you can pick up the right leg. If it's too hard to do it in a bind, just bring the right fingertips down in front of the foot, and then the left arm can come up. So you can do this one as well if it's too much to do it in a bind. Good. That's it. See if you can straighten your leg a little bit more, Patricia. Back down. From here into warrior 2 again. Graceful transitions like you're a shapeshifter, just flowing from one pose to the other. And then right back down into high plank. Chaturanga. Right through into upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Lose yourself in the sensations. Right foot steps forward to the hands. Virabhadrasana 1. Reflect all the qualities of a warrior. Strength, power, courage. Now from here, warrior 3. Come forward, pick up the back foot. Imagine you're an arrow cutting through the air. You may stay here or come into toppling tree. Join the hands behind the back, open up the palms, bring the body down lower. Belly comes to the thighs, but then the chest lifts a little bit. Release the hands, drop the right fingertips down to the ground, stay in the fingertips, open up to the left. Ardha Chandrasana. Good, open up the chest. Option to take the foot here, bend the knee, and push the foot into the hand, away from the seat. And then looking down, roll the left hip down a little bit, push off the right foot, half breath in, float up into dancer. Again, use your imagination to find creative and beautiful forms, different postures of a dancer. Release, down, warrior 2. Good. Sink down, lean forward a little bit. Again, you can sweep the hand down, see if your fingertips will graze the ground. If not, don't worry about it, just do your best. Turning towards the front now, Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. Left arm up, go to the right. Anchor the leg in place with the back of the left arm. Take a bind if you like. Good. Beautiful extension off Hansina. Good. Marisol, pull your shoulders. That's it. Good. Go ahead. Awesome. Now if you want, you can come into the balance pose. To slide the left foot in, try to raise the right hip up a little bit more. Gaze down beyond your toes, in front of your toes, so you can lift your left leg up. Release the left foot down. Warrior 2 again. Now bring the hands back down to the ground. High plank, chaturanga, through into upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. From here, bring the left knee forward to the left wrist, coming into pigeon pose. Okay, stay upright here. Try to have your shoulders over the hips. Now, if you want, you can stretch the quad out, the thigh. If you can, bring the right foot up and press it down alongside the right hip. Of course, according to your condition, if it's too much on your knee, then just skip this, okay? Now, some of you might be able to reach across with your left hand, take hold of the foot, and bring the right arm back for Kuntasana. That's it, reach across. There you go, good, Pedro. Eventually, if you lift your body up a little bit more, you might be able to tuck your foot. You have to have pretty forgiving knees. Your foot comes underneath the rib basket and you can release both arms. That's it. And release the foot gently. Turn forward. And then shift your front leg so that the foot is more in line with the knee, if it's okay for your hip. So it's a little bit more of a hip opener if you do it this way. If it's too much, you just move your foot back where it needs to go. Try to bring a little bit more weight into the right side so that the front of the right hip comes down. And from here, coming into prone pigeon. Right hand press against the right foot, left hand slide down in front of the left knee. Just relax the right arm, maybe the chest will come onto the front leg and the right shoulder on the right foot. You can also extend your right arm forward if you like. Reflect complete surrender. Humility with your head down. Expect nothing and receive everything. We're going to walk our hands back slowly. We're going to Vasisthasana. I'll demonstrate one variation first. For those who want to try, you can take your left arm around the back, take hold of the big toe with your thumb and your index finger, lock your fingers around the big toe. Then you have to turn on your right hip, press into the edge of the foot and the right hand, and you come up into a bound lotus Vasisthasana. If that's not working for you, just come up the same way, and then you can do a regular Vasisthasana or foot on the thigh, take the knee, whatever variations you want to do. Beautiful, Patricia. Try to get the knee back a little bit. Keep your hip high. That's it, Miro. Awesome. Oh, beautiful, Sanya and Alfonsina. That's it, Marisol. Get your hips up. There you go. And come back down into downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. And then the right knee comes forward to your right wrist. Coming again into pigeon. So keep your body upright, your fingertips on either side of the hips, shoulders over the hips. When you feel stable, you can move your left knee out to the left if you like, so that when your foot comes up, it's more in front of the body, and then it's easier to either push it down alongside the hip or reach across. So you hold the foot in place with your left hand, and you just switch hands with your right hand, and then your left arm extends back. Kuntasana. There you go. That's it, Alfonsina. Yep, good. It's coming. And release. Good. Turn forward and then shift your position so the right foot comes out a little bit more even. The heel comes in line with the knee if you can, or move your foot in as you need to. Then just try to shift a little bit more weight to your left so the left front hip comes down. Left hand presses again to left foot, right hand slides right out in front of the right knee. Chest comes onto your front leg. Left shoulder comes onto your right foot. And then you can extend both arms if you like. Eugenia, roll a little bit more to your left a little bit so that you have the hips are a little bit more even. Yeah, that's it. Okay, pull the right hip back a little bit. Try to move your hips in line with one another. Good. And then walk your hands back towards the body. Again, move your foot in a little bit closer to the hip if you want to try the lotus one. So your right arm comes around and you lock the thumb and the index finger around the big toe. Then you roll onto your left hip, push into the edge of the foot, and see if you can lift your hips. Push your hips forward and up. Or again, just come up into your Vasisthasana, take the right knee up. Make sure your hip is up. The higher your hip, the more steadiness you'll have. And make sure you don't collapse into your left shoulder either. Keep the arm fully extended. That's it. Good. Push into that left foot, Miro. Try to get your standing legs straighter. Okay. Beautiful, Patricia. Oh, really nice, Alfonsina and Sanya. That's it, Marcel. All good. All right. It's okay. Come back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften everything. Getting ready to come forward. Any which way you like. Hop forward, walk forward between your hands. And then from here, Uttanasana again. Whatever variation you like. If your legs are straight, try to press your forehead, your nose between your shins. Good. Lengthen the spine. Getting ready to come up. Now plant your feet down. You may need to open up your feet a little bit, standing back bend, Hasta Uttanasana. Hands in Kali Mudra, pull your arms up. Now as you go back, I find it helps to hold the breath a little bit, engage the buttocks and the upper back muscles. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards another, and then go into back bend to the extent that you feel comfortable. Keep your hips forward. And then come all the way back up. Bring the hands back to the heart. From the heart, breathe up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine love in your connection with all beings and with God, our common thread that runs through all of us. Release. Okay, balancing sequence. Starting off with head to knee pose. Standing on your left foot first. So bend your knees a little bit, come into a little bit of a half squat, really push the edges of your feet into the mat. Raise your right knee up towards the chest, hold the heel or the edges of your feet. If it's too much, hold the ankle. And then we're going to extend the leg forward, just straight out in front, not higher than the hip. And if you can, hug the forearms to the shin and pull the body down. Keep your chest on your thighs, maybe your chin will come to the shin. Move your hips back a little bit. Now pull the foot in again to bend the knee, and from here come up straighter. Keep your knee up, keep your right foot up. If you can, slip your left hand to the outside of the foot, and again extend the leg. Right arm moves all the way back behind you, a standing twist. If it's too much, extend your leg. You can just hold the outside of the knee, keep your foot down underneath the knee, so keep your leg bent. Move according to your abilities. Then from here, bring the leg right across for Natarajasana. So you're holding the toes in line with the knee, Bend the knee a little bit, take your arms out. The right wrist over the left wrist. Try to keep your elbows level with one another. Sink down a little bit more. Shoulders over the hips. And just land your leg on the front thigh. Bring your hands down to the ground. Walk them forward a little bit, tiptoe on your fingertips until you can come down into a squat, sitting on your left heel. Okay. Good. Now from here, you have a few options. You can see if you can take your hands up. Actually, you can pull your foot right into your lotus. Reach around the back, take hold of the big toe, and lift your left arm up. If that's too much, you can just stay like this. Try to take your hand, one hand off maybe the both hands. Or you can even just extend your leg out straight like a sitting duck. You can even keep your heel on the ground if you need to. Just again, move according to your condition. That's good. And then from here, press into your fingertips, walk them forward again, and push your way back up. Release the right leg just beside the other one, and then just hang down here. Breathe in, breathe out. Just toss all the fatigue out of the body. It's like a rag doll. And then roll your way up when you're ready. Try it on the other side. So again, starting in a little bit of a half squat, pull the left knee up towards the belly. Rest your chest on your thigh, take hold of the heel or the edges of your feet. Now to extend the leg, push your hips back. Engage the muscles below and above the knee. Look beyond the toes. And maybe you can get your belly right on the thigh and your chin to the shin. Just imagine you're resting it on a table. Bring the foot in closer, and then come upright, pull the foot with you. And from here, you can either take your hand to the outside of the right knee, left arm goes back. If you can find the reach, take hold of the edge of the foot, outer edge of the foot, and extend the right leg straight out in front. Drop the left hip. You can eventually turn to look at your left hand behind you. That's it, Marisol, good. Now come back, bring the foot closer so that it's hovering just about the height of the knee. If it drops down a little bit, no big deal. Point the toes, sink down a little bit, arms out, and then the left wrist on top of the right. Elbows aligned, the Shiva statue that you see, and imitate the form. And then just bring your left leg on top of the right thigh, bend your standing leg, walk your fingertips forward, and then lower down, landing on your heel. So from here, you can, again, take whatever variation you like. If you want to do the lotus one, pull the foot into your hip crease first. And reach around, take hold of the toe, and then raise the left arm up, or do other expressions, sitting duck or other things. Just try your best. It's the effort that counts. I find it's useful to have the heel either pressing on the inside of the sit bone or on the outside. So put your foot like sort of more across their seat so you find a balance. Yes, good. Beautiful, Patricia. Yeah, nice. Awesome. And come back. bring your fingertips on the ground, and again, lift your seat, ragdoll. Breathe in, breathe out, soften everything. And then slowly curl down. Bring your seat down on the ground and roll back onto your back. For a moment. First, rest the body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Imagine you're fainting, let go of all fatigue. And bring your arms over the head. Reach out, then come to seated position. Good. Now, Baddha Vajrasana, preparing for it first. Lean to the right. If you can fold the left knee back comfortably, left leg back comfortably, then do so. Otherwise, you can keep the leg in front. So don't strain the knee. Okay, so do the position that's suitable for you, and then bring the right knee up to the chest. Bring the foot up, so the heel is about in line with the knee. Push your chest into your leg and raise the leg up. Then here you can just move from side to side. You can just keep left hand on the ground if you like. And take the foot and bend the knee, push it back behind the body. And do this way so you can see a little bit better. If you can take your right shoulder, push the knee back as far as you can. Push the right shoulder, pull it in front of the knee. You can come into compass pose here. So you can place your hand underneath the heel, use a strap if you need to, and pull the foot up. Nice. Good. Doesn't matter if the leg doesn't get straight. Just try to push the shoulder into the back knee. This is a good preparation for getting your leg behind your head. And now, one more stretch. Lengthen. Take all the folds out of the side body. Keep your chest open. Good. And then bring the knee back, the foot back down. Pull it right across the body, and if you can, bring it into your left hip crease for your lotus. If that's not possible, just place your foot on the inseam of the leg. Again, you can have, if your foot is in front, it would look like this. So you can do it what is suitable for you. Baddha Vajrasana. Okay, so go to the right, bring the chest over the right thigh. If you can, bring your right hand around the body. You can place your hand, press it into your hip, or take hold of your shirt, or take hold of the foot. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Lift the lower back. Exhale, twist to the right. Both sides of the seat firmly grounded. That's it. Turn your chest all the way to the right. Look over your right shoulder. Shoulders come up and back a little bit. That's it. And from here, release. Lean to the right. So you can take your left foot out from underneath and place it in front of the foot. Just like this. Okay? And then from here, we're going to reach the right arm up. Actually, you have to take the foot out a little bit. So take the foot out of the lotus and bring it more closer to the knee. Bounce your hip forward so your seat is right against the heel. Push into your fingertips, raise your right arm up, and then reach all the way across. You might have to lift your seat a little bit and try to bring your foot against the right upper arm. Okay, that's it. And so you know where I'm going from here. If you have your foot close to the shoulder, place the right hand down beside your left. Hinge forward, come into dragonfly. Okay, so you want to have your foot closer to the shoulder so it doesn't slip off the elbow. Okay, so if you're not quite there yet, just stay here. That's it. There you go. Okay, so we're going to come back. So even this is a good stretch. So if you can just, when you're coming, trying to get your foot on your arm, you have to lift your seat a little bit. Lean back and then come pull the elbow right across the body. Imagine trying to get your elbow to the left hip. Okay, so we're going to do it on the other side though. Let's try it on the other side, starting off with preparing for Baddha Vajrasana. Fold the right leg back or keep it in front, and then take your left foot up. And again, just you can move your leg around. You can take hold of the foot and push the foot in behind your body, underneath the arm. That's it. Then push your foot back one last time as far back as you can, and move your left shoulder in front of the knee. If you push into the back of the knee, you're trying to imagine you're trying to get your knee close to the ear. And it might give you more freedom to come into compass pose, which will eventually lead to leg behind the head. That's it. You can either hold underneath the heel or across the foot, the outer edge of the foot. That's it, Marisol. Yeah, that's it. Now push into the knee and try to pull the body up out of the hips. Beautiful, Alfonsina. Really, really nice. Awesome, Miro. Good. Okay, now re-bend that leg, bring it over your shoulder, and then into your hip crease for your Padmasana, half Padmasana. And then you go to the left for your bind and your twist. If you want to bind the left foot, go ahead, and then right hand to the outside of the left knee. Push your lower back up and in. Turn to the left. Just keep visualizing yourself in the body of the guru, which at any point is whatever you're representing. It will whisper their secrets to you. Tap into their consciousness, into their knowledge. And slowly release. Now lean to the left. Bring the right foot in front. Okay, so now trying perhaps dragonfly, taking your foot out of the hip crease so it's closer to the knee, and then walk a little bit closer so your seat's right against the heel, lift up off the ground a little bit, and then lift the left arm up, get a little bit of height here so that you give a bit more space for the arm to come down where it has to go. And then the foot finds the top of the arm close to the shoulder. Push into your hands, lean forward, and then come into dragonfly. Yeah, beautiful. That's it, Sanya. Make sure your foot's a little bit closer to the shoulder, okay? Then it won't slip off the elbow. But you got it. That's it, okay? That's it, Pedro. Good. Now, if you come forward a little bit more, eventually you'll be able to get your hand down on the ground, and then it'll come. There you go. That's it. Just keep your elbows in, okay? Nice. All right. And then release. Next time you'll do it. If it's the first time you're seeing it, the next time is exponentially easier. Okay, so release. All right, Shilshasana. So you can come into whatever entry you like. Some of you who You can try the lotus entry. If you have a lotus, you can come into your lotus, come onto your knees, place your hands in front of the knees, and bring your head down, and then lift up one knee. Lean all the way to one side so you can get your shin onto the arm, and then push into your hand, and then the other side comes up, and then up. This is just an option, okay? This is just a way of getting in, a different way of getting in. Otherwise, you can just come up any which way you like, in whatever headstand you like. So you have to really lean to one side. There you go, Sanya. It was really good. That's it, Alfonsina, good. Just really keep pressing the shin into the arm so that, and then take a half breath in so the other side will come up. Okay, yeah, that's it. Good, you got it. That's the idea. That's it, Marisol, good. That's where it all starts. Good, and then from here you just lift up your legs up off your arms. That was totally it, Alfonsina, good, beautiful. Awesome. All right, so wherever you are in the pose, just be still, close the eyes. And then bring the attention to the space between the eyebrows. Just find a variation of the pose where you can find steadiness and comfort and ease. Good, Marisol. Beautiful, everybody. Keep thinking, going back to that Soham consciousness. I am you, you are me. I am that I am. $30 more seconds. Stay with it. Modify as you need to if you get tired. Good. Beautiful, Pedro. Wow. And then we're going to make our way down gracefully. No hard, fast crash landings. Land smoothly. Always practicing in a way that is pleasing to the observer, the witness. And then come into child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out, soften everything. Now, Shalvingasana is next. You can make your way into Shalvingasana any which way you like, from your back, or you can come from the front if you like, if you know that entrance. So go ahead into your pose. Yeah, beautiful, Alfonsina, nice. Lovely. I love that entrance. Okay. So come from your back if you like and just make your way up. Okay, so. And once again, when you arrive, you may do a lotus once you arrive to make it even more powerful. Bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows. The seat of divine perception, Trikuti. I am you, you are me, I am that I am.
Make your way, if you have a lotus, into Pindasana, otherwise plow pose or Karnapidasana. To get into Karnapidasana, you would just drop your thighs against the body and the knees on either side of the head. It's good for people who maybe don't have a lotus but are still flexible and have a good forward bend. You can do this version. Now keep going inward, beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. Lose yourself in a pose. Option for those who want to come into camel from here. If you're in Karnapidasana, you can go ahead. Just come up into camel momentarily. For a breath or so, and then make your way back into Karnapidasana or Halasana. That's it. Good. So Marisol, to come in into shoulder stand, you bring your arms in front, you bring your feet up, and then bring your forearms down, tuck your chin in, and keep on rolling. Keep your chin tucked in, elbows come to the side, and land your shoulders, okay? So just be careful if you have any shoulder issues. Okay. Good. That's the idea. That's always how it goes in the first few times. All good. It's all going to the right place. Okay, so if you have a lotus, come out of your lotus. Come into regular Halasana, hands on the back. If you can, one leg at a time, very smoothly and softly. Come into bridge pose. So keep one foot over your head and keep pressing your hands into your seat so you don't come down fast and hard. Okay. Into bridge pose, or just come down and come into bridge pose. And then from here, couch pose. So this is where you start to bring your heels towards one another. You walk forward on your elbows and your shoulders, like you're waddling forward on your elbows and shoulders until your elbows are right close to the heels. You hold the ankles, and then you push into the elbows, lift your head and your back up off the mat, and the knees come down, and then you bring the top of the head back down. So you're sitting on your heels. You may keep holding on to your elbows, or just hold your opposite elbows over your head. Let's do Bhastrika breath here. Breathe very fast in the nose like a sniffing dog. Resume normal breathing. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Place your hands in front of your head. You can walk out a little bit more. Lengthen a little bit and then push off the roots of your toes, push into your hands. Take a half breath in and come right into Urdhva Dhanurasana. If you need to come onto your back first, again, go ahead and do this. Move. Yeah, beautiful. buddy's up. Awesome. Nice. Try to bring your chest forward as though you're trying to press it against the wall in front of you. Lift up your heels. Stay a little bit longer. As Dharma says, you don't hold the poses, you don't make any progress. From here, we're going to see if we can come into easy Chakrasana again. Gauge your abilities. Okay, so walk your feet out a little bit more so your feet are wider, your toes are pointing outwards. Come onto your fingertips if you can. Still stay in your Urdhva Dhanurasana. Keep your hips forward, and then see if you can raise one arm up and just find your right arm, let's say, and find your right leg. Push your hand into the back of the leg, maybe close to the knee. And keep pushing your hand into the leg, keep pushing into your feet, keep your hips forward, and maybe the other hand will come to your other leg. That's it, hold the back leg. That's it, Pedro. Good. Once you have one leg, it's not too hard to take, it's pretty easy to take the other one. Okay, and then once you have both hands on the legs, you can come up. That's it, Patricia, good. Yeah, that's it, perfect. Okay, if this was not working for you, just, yeah, that's it, good, Miro. Just come up. Just come onto your back and roll up to standing in any which way you want. You almost had it, Pedro. Very, very close. Good. Okay, so from here, let's do just a, bring your hands down. Just do a downward dog for a moment just to neutralize the back a little bit. Pull the seat back. Keep your feet a little bit wider. Your feet about 2 inches from each edge of the mat. Lengthen your spine, pull the seat back. And then slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend the knees. Come into a little bit of a half squat. Bring your arms around the outsides and through the center. And then from here, if you can, tuck your chin in, lift your seat. You have to bring your arms down a little bit so that your arms aren't right against the knees. Tuck your chin in and see if you can take your hands, cup your fingers around the ears if you can. And then eventually palm your way back and see if you can interlace your fingers behind the head, like your hands are a helmet for the head. If it's too much, you can just stay with just holding your opposite elbows behind the knees. Lower your seat, your belly on the same line as your thighs. Good. Those who are very flexible might be eventually be able to bring your palms together and bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra, like a beak of the bird. And then come out of the pose, bring your head back out. Bring your hands in behind the heels, both hands, one shoulder at a time. And then from here, just sink your seat down. So you're sitting now, your legs are sitting on the backs of the arms. Keep your head and your seats around the same height. Push your seats back, walk your toes forward. And then if you can, push into your hands, come into Titibhasana, and then straighten out your arms. And here you can do whatever you want. You can do push-ups if you like. You can seesaw back and forth, bring the feet up, and then the seat up, the toes come down. So this is just, again, according to you, what you feel like doing, okay? Good. And then lower down. Bring the toes down and bring the seat down. hug the knees to the chest. Breathe in. Hold the breath for a moment. Take the attention to the space between the eyebrows. Contract the root muscles. Chin on the chest. Keep all your attention at the space between the eyebrows to attract all the prana there. Exhale. Release. Good. All right. So now, let's see. Let's do Mayurasana, peacock pose. Okay, so from here you come onto your knees. I find it easier to do it either from lotus or Baddha Konasana because you have a shorter base. So if you want, you can do it from there. So you bring your big toes together, your knees wide. You turn your hands so that your fingers are facing towards the knees and fingers are facing out. Your wrists are a little bit closer than your fingers. Come forward, round your back, and try to get it so that your elbows are on either side of the belly button. And then pull the chest forward so the angle, so you don't have a very sharp angle of the wrists. You come forward to lessen the angle, and then you bring your thighs up. So imagine like you're doing bird in acro yoga, right? You're trying to pull your thighs up, so you're kind of arching your body a little bit like a banana. If you can do it with straight legs, do it with straight legs. So remember, you have to bring your body forward as much as possible so you don't have as much weight in the back. Then it'll be much easier to come up. Just allow your belly to be soft so your elbows can sink in. Beautiful, Pedro. Good. Oh, beautiful, Sanya. Awesome. When you're learning this, you can also place your feet on a wall and just try to get the sense of, like you can use a wall to help. If you're really good at this, you can try to do it on one arm. So you bring your elbow more to the center, and then you just try to lift up from here. Flex your feet, bring your legs up, and release your arms. So if you're pretty strong, you can try that one. Okay. That's it, Maricel. Good. That's it, Pedro. Good. Think extension. Keep forward with your head and extend back. That's it. Okay? Yeah. Good. That's the idea. Okay. And come out. All these wonderful things you can practice. So, right, so just different ideas just to work your creativity a little bit. All right, so now we're just going to come into Shavasana for a moment, lie on your back. Actually, no, sorry, twist. So let's do Ardha Matsyendrasana. You can fold your left leg in and the right foot to the other side. If you'd rather just keep your leg extended, you can do this one with your foot somewhere between the knee and the ankle, so whichever version you like. So your left leg is underneath in any case. Okay. The right arm behind the center of the back, right against the seat. Lift the left arm up and press the forearm against the outer right thigh. Push the lower back up and in and turn, look over your right shoulder. Imagine the spiraling action going all the way up through the spine. Turn to face forward. Plant your hands down. If you like, you can lift up. Cross your feet, change your legs in midair, and land back down. Or you can just switch sides. That's it. Right arm comes up, go to the left. And release. Lie on your back for a few moments. Shavasana. We'll do some pranayama and then into Shavasana. So lie on your back and just relax for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine you're fainting. Let go of all struggles again, all tension, all fatigue, and all efforts. And then roll your way back up. So we'll just do a little bit of pranayama. Nadi Shodhana. So just a constant breathing in and out of the nose. No breath retention. Just when you get ready for the other side, you close that nostril off before you exhale through the other side. Inhale back, close both sides, and then open up again. So going from to left, inhale from the left first, close both sides, exhale through the right, back up through the right, close both sides, out through the left. So as you're doing this, imagine the breath moving down on the inhale. Imagine the lungs sitting in the bottom of the body, in the root. Exhale, imagine the breath coming back up. So imagine heavy breath coming down and light air coming back up. So sitting with your left hand in Yana Mudra, right hand, second and third finger fold down, turn a palm towards you, right thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left nostril. So sitting up tall and straight, exhale completely out of both nostrils. Close the right side, inhale through the left, down. Close left, exhale right, back up. Inhale down through the right. Close right side, open left, exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale, right. Inhale down, right. Exhale, left, up. Continue on your own. Keep a steady rhythm. Inhale and exhale, equal in length. Concentrate on the movement of the breath, moving through the body. Visualize it rising and falling. Conclude the next time you exhale through the left side. Make your way onto your back for Shavasana. Lie on your back, ease your way down. The best of the best is about to take place. Deep healing through the act of surrendering. Just remind yourself, first mentally prepare by saying to yourself, I will remain awake and alert during the instructions. Repeat that to yourself now mentally 3 times.
Bring the attention to the left hand. Relax all parts of the hand. Fingers respond by just going limp. The back of the hand, the palm of the hand soft, the wrist loose and flimsy. And then just bring now, starting at the wrist, start to release all the muscles along the left arm, right up to the shoulder. Feel them becoming soft, like jello. Useless and listless, so that the arm becomes heavy. And the shoulder joint at the top. Remove all feelings of tension or tightness. Soften and allow all the bones of the head of the shoulder to just feel heavy, just keeping that left arm in place. Then the attention turns to your back, the left side of the back. Like ink coloring the water slowly as you inject a pen into the water. Feel that heaviness just spread all the way down throughout the left side of the backs, all across the shoulder blades from the center of the back to the side of the body and down further and further. Just moving into the lower back region as well. Just feeling the body just sink into the ground with heaviness. It just continues down into the seat. The heaviness just pulls into the seat, which is like a basin. And it just sinks heavily also into the ground. Like a concrete water going towards the bottom of the sea or the water, the lake. The bones of the hip joint heavy as lead. Now take your attention to the left leg and just allow the heaviness to go down the left leg as well. Release all the muscles. Feel all the muscles just becoming very loose and weak. As a result, all those muscles are just like extra weight hanging off the bones. The leg just drops with heaviness. All the way down to the ankle. And at the end of the ankle, the foot, suggest to it to relax as well. All the toes go limp. The bottom of the foot and heel soft. The top of the foot soft as well, no tension. And the foot just falls out to the left like dead weight, lifeless. Now we continue on the right side, systematically releasing all the muscles just as we did on the left. Bring your attention to the right hand, identify with it, and suggest to it also to relax. All the fingers just go dead, like limp. The palm and the back of the hand just resting softly, no tension there. The wrist is completely loose. Inactive. Now moving up the right arm. Release all the muscles along the way. Feeling them just go completely relaxed. So there's no tone, no strength in them. They just are like extra weight on the bones. Just hanging there heavily. The shoulder at the top of the arm. The bones there all heavy as well, just anchoring the arm in place. Completely loose
no tension, no tightness. Now at the top of the back, the shoulder, we start to move our attention to relaxing the right side of the back. So again, get that sense of that heaviness just coating the whole back of the right side of the back. And the heaviness just spreads all throughout the shoulder blade, the right shoulder blade, and down right to the tip. From the middle of the back to the outside right edge, everything just sinking more and more into the ground with its heaviness, its own weight, all the way down into the lower back region, feeling that yield to the softness that supports it below. And then just allow that heaviness to just settle into the seat. Just again, like that big basin, that reservoir. And feeling that heavy as well. So it just sinks into the ground too. The bones of the hip, the right side, extremely heavy. Like iron, like lead. And then start to bring your attention to the leg, the right leg, releasing all the muscles, all the way down, sending a signal to just release, loosen, and just go limp. So the whole leg's just like dead weight, heavy as concrete. All the way down to the length of the leg to the ankle. The end of that ankle, the foot is just loose, just hangs out to the right, falls out to the right, the toes completely relaxed, the bottom of the foot and heels soft, lifeless. Arms and legs all heavy, all immobilized. And the middle of the body, where the trunk is, where the organs are, even those, suggest to all the organs within to just come to a much slower state. The lungs relax, the heart, the diaphragm, the tummy, the intestines all become quiet, sluggish. Even the fluid, the blood, and the veins even just sits stagnant. The whole body like a corpse, from the neck down. And the head as well, heavy on the ground. But the face shows no signs of any burden. It's completely relaxed and soft. No tightness, no tension, no signs of strain anywhere. Soft, relaxed. And the brain finally within. All the mental activity comes to a slowdown as well. So just suggest the brain to just quiet down. It no longer has a body to deal with. The body is dead. So the mind can go quiet. And the mind and the body so lifeless that there's no longer any sensations at all felt. Lose all consciousness of the body and the mind. Very much like a beach, a deserted beach with the tide rolling onto the sand and moving out, the waves just clearing all the sand below, sweeping it clean, all the debris on the sand washed away. And each time the wave comes up on the sand, it takes even more. So that in the end, eventually, the sand from the waves underneath, as the waves come passing back and forth over it, is completely smooth, clear of debris. And just in the same way, we try to clear all the clutter from our minds, all the notions of what the true self really is. Often, at the beginning of our journey, we have a complete misconception of what the true self is. Not the body, not the mind, not the emotions, nothing physical. Just pure potentiality, wisdom, love, compassion, divinity. In the end, that's all we want to have in our mind, God. The almighty divine presence that resides in each and every one of us, uncluttered by any illusions. Or false impressions. So now just in your mind, repeat the following sentence 3 times to yourself. I strive to stay on my path that will lead to self-realization. And really it's quite simple. Adherence to the ethical rules, yama, niyama. Compassion at the heart of all action, thought, and word. Just the knowledge of God being ever present in the hearts of you, hearts of all of us. So now keep that firmly in mind as you make your way back into your daily life and keep on living it in your own life. So now come back into the body, this beautiful, amazing vehicle that you've been given to carry out your mission in this life. Reconnect with the body, awaken it, and make your way back slowly into a seated position, always moving in a way that allows you to preserve the quietness and serenity. Just become aware of the breath, fingers, toes, feeling the body awaken. And once you're ready, come back to a seated position. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace within. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody. I apologize. I thought this class ended at 11:30, and then I realized that it was 11:15. It's like, uh-oh. So I'm sorry. I went over a little bit. I apologize. But thank you so much for joining. And it was such a pleasure to serve you all and to have you together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So good to see everybody.
Thanks,
So
Justine.
if you're not tired, you're really warmed up for Dharma's class now at lunch. So if you're doing that, enjoy.
And if you are available at 1:30, we're doing a kirtan for Eva. It's her birthday tomorrow, so we're doing a kirtan for her at 1:30, so 1:35. So until next time, love you all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you, Pedro.
See you later. See you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.